set up all my streaming. Now I have to get better about YouTube Live, because I guess that's where we're going. And I was very successfully using TikTok to fund the books. But now that's going to be done for a little while. How do I make it go live? What is it doing? Oh, next. Okay. No, don't schedule a release. Just do it right now. Okay. So we're live on Patreon and YouTube. Oh, hi. Good morning. Yeah, I hope some of you are here from TikTok. Did get a lot of people in the 11th hour, and soon, well, what's nice on YouTube also is I can tag the shirts, the t-shirts to videos. I couldn't do that on TikTok for reasons. And so we can do t-shirts, and we can do hopefully the book. Hopefully knitting culty knitting patterns rather. It's fun. I actually get to sign a book with like, I hope this brings you joy. I'm still gonna get a stamp. Yeah. So now I'm in the YouTube affiliate program, so I can tag other people's stuff, but I can also tag my own stuff, like shirts. And the affiliate, I'm excited because I'm going to find some people who sell yarn on YouTube and see if I can't. Whoops, been on the wrong side of the envelope. Oh well. See if I can't make myself a little like yarn sponsorship. That will be fun. And also, as TikTok was going down, like they shut off the shop at like a different time. So there was like anyway, I had 3 orders come in that I then couldn't access because the shop was closed. So I don't know what they're going to do about that. Remains to be seen. Oh, hey, cooking breakfast. I probably am packing your book order. Oh my gosh, I was selling like 100 books a day on TikTok. So now I gotta find the next thing. But I figure maybe I'll just do like, well, I still have to do shorter videos for Instagram. But maybe in the morning, instead of making 10 TikTok videos, I'll just do a 30-minute YouTube video. Threat assessment of America and culty stuff. But also the bros had finally found me, and so I'm not too sad to give that up. They come for the purple hair, man. It just brings it out of them. It's awesome. I'm gonna miss making money off of those guys' comments. Oh yeah, These are my earrings that I invented. I call them circular logic earrings. And when they're little like that, they're just called fuzzy logic earrings. So, sold some of those. At least I probably don't need to get an intern now. Just need to finish Culting Up America. And plus, I won't have to use like TikTok cult language anymore. I can just say actual words of things. Although I do enjoy calling Patreon Matreon.
Hat.
People just thought I was doing that on purpose. I can't see the crochet as much. I should check out Dan. Oh, darn good yarn. Cute. Hello, fellow veteran. Crocheting veteran. I don't knit, but I do sewing. Pinks and greens. Awesome. Yeah, make the loud clothes. Color is an important part of resistance. As we are handing our country over to a strongman dictator, wearing a little color isn't the worst idea. Good morning. I started doing my little thread assessments. So now people call me Captain Mestinek, and it's like, yeah, that's what you have to do with a complicated name. You just have to say it over and over again. And then people learn how it's said. And apparently I was so frightening in the army that nobody ever even gave me a nickname. Everyone just learned how to say Mestinek. Okay. Sorry, person, for this package. But yeah, as soon as you start talking about military stuff that's not just related to women, but just like giving my opinion on the military overall and like Hog's Breath in particular, like woof, they just started finding me. And I mean, it's funny because I'm just watching them put money in my bank account because TikTok pays you based on views. And then they comment and it ups the engagement. And I'm like, oh, my blue hair pissed you off so much that you just came here to make me money. Appreciate you. And somebody also in my life was like, what's your real job? Like, this is my job. I knit and talk about cults and read books and know things and sometimes write books and talk about cults. It's my whole job. My conversation with Michael Brown. Yeah. That's one of my favorites. I like it when, the Chinook pilot, right? Who grew up or helicopter pilot who grew up in Scientology, I think. Old Mike was one of these. There have been 3 of them that have reached out to me, or one of them I just read the review, I think, but it was like, I grew up in a cult and I spent 20 years in the military, and they were like upset at my premise, and then read the book and they're like, yep, man, you made your case. So there we have it. Oh, you know what? I'm going to, anyone wants an autographed book, there's the link for that. If anyone wants to be part of, knitting patterns book that I made due to popular demand. The pattern book. And then our GoFundMe for Culting of America case anyone wanted to invest in book publishing. What is that? Oh, yeah, if you like the stream, I'm new to YouTube too. I sometimes have done this on YouTube. I'll get better at it though. Will I be doing pre-orders? I certainly will. I just am not there yet. Because you have to like write the whole book before you can take people's money for it. Conversation with Mike Brown. So Cults to Consciousness is a YouTube channel. So that's where it is. And I've been on Cults to Consciousness 3 times, I think, because they did 2 interviews with me. Then they did a re-interview with me and Mike Brown. And then very recently, they did their 200th episode, and they did a panel of a bunch of women from cults. Tia Levings of Well Trained Wife is on there. Sarah Edmondson of Scarred. A bunch of other good people. And that was cool too. Now I am, and also on my Patreon, where I run the book clubs and stuff, I also put videos of me reading each chapter as it's done. And I need to record chapter 3 or chapter 2 again. But yeah, I'll see how long the TikTok ban is going to last. It was interesting because it like flickered last night. Like they just turned off the comments or something. And then it came back. So I was like, okay, maybe it's not going away. And then it was like, boom. We got the message from the TikTok shop too. So like all the business owners. But they changed their tune to we're just waiting for President Trump to come in and save the day. Like really fast. So that kind of ruins it a little bit. But not enough for me to not want to go back if it comes back. Because I was afraid about losing connections when I colored my hair. I'm excited to repel certain people. Yeah, that was interesting. And I had this realization actually when I started when I put Un-American Public, which is my memoir deconstructing white supremacy, or just whiteness. And then I started my podcast, Hey White Women, with White Woman the Whisperer. And I was like, okay, you always lose people when you leave a cult. And so, but I was like, mostly I think I've already lost all those people from my life. But now I'm just like excited to be like, no, you're not safe here if you're a racist. Bye-bye. People worried it's not going to be the same. And I mean, it's already not the same, right? Because they already just did this power play to show us that they can just disconnect us. Like, so many business owners. I mean, I was literally doing very, very well in business for myself. And like 3/4 of it was from TikTok. And they're just like, it's a power play. But here we go. Welcome to the Trump administration. Oi! Oi, Ashley's! Oh, yeah. Acabei de terminar. My Brazilian host daughter is here on Instagram, so that's me talking to her in Portuguese. Huh?
Ashley's on the line?
Yeah.
Oh.
But you still need to cover your face if you're going to come say hi, okay? more of a stunt. Yeah. Maybe people think it will come back as Meta or I mean, even if it just comes back exactly the same, they've still changed history. Ah, sim. Você pode ligar. Eu só vou estar aqui pouquinho, porque eu só tenho pouquinho de livros. Mas I still have this many that need to go out. Oh my gosh, I sold 136 books 2 days ago, 120 books yesterday. There we go. It's the author's dream. This person's name is Amanda. It makes me laugh because Mr. Knitting Cult Lady and I would like talk all around Alexa when we didn't want her to activate. But Knitting Cult Baby just calls her Amanda when she doesn't want to activate it.
Something went wrong.
Alexa, I'm not talking to you.
Sorry. I thought I heard my
This
name.
night's TikTok finale was disappointing.
Well, you did it.
Yeah. I good case for not allowing TikTok. Well, I mean, of course, China is not our friend, but neither are the billionaires who own the rest of our social media. Like, and I also find it quite fascinating that Americans just sent the message of like, fine, we'll just go give our information to China if that's what you want to do. It's deep into my book. Oh, thank you for telling your army veteran husband about my book. I really, like I say, like part of why I wrote this book was so that my white male veteran husband could understand like how different it was as a woman. Like nothing you could do about it. Just day one. I mean, I'm not going to go be on it because that seems a little risky for someone with my background, but I just, from a sociological perspective, I think it's interesting. I think Americans are, I was just watching it going like, now imagine how Gen Z would respond if they try to draft. Hilarious. Yeah, I just find it interesting. Like Americans are definitely trying to signal like we will not be controlled. But you know, and something else, it's like when I went to spy school, to intelligence school, like 15 years ago, the biggest disaster on earth was the internet going down and remains so. And like, but we used to talk about it from the context of like 30 guys working for 30 minutes could take it down, and you know, international terrorism kind of concept. But now it's like, no, the rich people just own the internet and can turn it off if they want to, as we see with this. And it sucks because for a lot of us, that was our business. Yeah. And IG, you know, now of course people are boycotting Meta products, and so people get mad at me for being on IG. Like, OMG. Some of us just trying to not have to work real jobs anymore. You're on it. Thank you. Yeah, the responses, right? Like TikTok was, I mean, it was done, all of it was to benefit creators. Like the creator had so much power, and when you make a comment, you're running the risk of like me blowing it up and responding. It can be good or it can be me kind of tearing you apart a little bit. But it's not quite the same on other channels. YouTube specifically, the comments is hard for me because people write a lot and I just don't have the time to read paragraphs and paragraphs. And so it's harder to kind of modulate the conversation, be involved in the conversation. Just delete work from our phone for 90 days. Hey, from TikTok. Hey. Evolving into a Fraggle. I'm saying, though, I get told that I have Miss Frizzle energy all the time. And I feel like we need to get Disney to do the live action Magic School Bus and cast me. And I could still be knitting because it's not just to drive the school bus. I think I would be great at it. There's a reason I need to stay and try to tame the cesspool. Everyone seems to be spiteful. Yeah, I mean, people are mad right now. We're literally giving our country away to the strongman dictator. That sucks. That are veterans. Like we're giving our country to a traitor. It's ridiculous. But I think it's easy to. It's going to be much easier to get over the TikTok addiction if it wasn't also your livelihood. But you know what? We'll build it somewhere else. YouTube has interesting possibilities. Instagram is the hardest platform for me because I'm not like a photo person. I'm the person that always forgets to take photos. Ooh, I've never seen anyone named Kenya before. She's going to get an emboss. Or he, I suppose. I don't know if that is a male or female name. But yeah, piece by piece, they're taking control of everything. I think it was dangerous for us to allow billionaires to exist. And unfettered capitalism usually leads to fascism. And now here we are. And I don't know if the panic off of TikTok about like the military pointing guns at people is as big, but I was really shocked by the panic on the left. Also, I wasn't really sure they were going to shut down TikTok. Yesterday felt like Y2K. Fun. But I just sat there and signed 300 books as it went down, and that was fun. Someone named Kenya and someone named Georgia. I had heard that name before, but I like it. So you get an emboss, and you get an emboss. 48 Laws of Power. One of those cult leader books. Oh, yeah. I was so not surprised to find out that Ray Dalio of Principles was P. Diddy's finance guy. I was like, yep, that tracks. How to Make Friends and Manipulate People. I mean, Influence People. The favorite book of every modern cult leader and toxic leader you've ever worked for. I consider your family. Lots of conversation on your spheres of influence. That's awesome. A huge irony for me is I never got on TikTok lives because the lives tend to be random, but I want all my people to get all the interaction. Sons of Liberty on YT or Discord.
Yeah, Alice will be here soon.
Is that who you were marching with yesterday, babe? Sons of Liberty?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Knitting Cult Lady went out and protested with them yesterday.
Mom, is Ash still there?
Ashelis, você ainda está aí? But yeah, I'm taking it as an opportunity to build more community on YouTube and to finish my book. I do think the police are more vulnerable than the military. I also think, police come directly from slave catching patrols and haven't dealt with that and still have a serious issue. Over here is where Ash was talking to us from. But I don't know if she's still there. Yeah, why do Instagram Live suck so much? And also, can you pin products to Instagram Live? I never really looked at that. I would assume they would have this feature.
Instagram sucks because Mark Zuckerberg is a cyborg, and he can say whatever you want because fact checking is no longer applicable on meta platforms.
Mom, Alice is going to be here soon.
What?
Alice is
Your friend.
going to be here soon.
Yeah.
16 minutes.
Now I need to finish up booking before she gets here.
Bye-bye.
Need my space back. Thank you.
You should start doing your cameos in Portuguese.
Start doing what?
There are no cameos there, so you should do in Portuguese.
Você deveria falar português, é verdade. Oh, maybe I should.
Mom, once you're done with your
Maybe I
live,
should build up a Portuguese section on YouTube also.
Mom, when you're done with your live, can I use your tablet for doing it?
Now, that's it for today. Probably wait till tomorrow to sign the other books.
But we can only hide it.
You can message me at knittingcultlady@uncultureyourself.com.
We can only hide that kid and then go up.
I suppose I can type that in.
1 minute.
Sometimes my email fits into higher and sometimes. But I don't have to wait till the TikTok ban. But yeah, look for some more lives, more long form content from me on YouTube. There's a lot less restrictions, so I can probably get on there and read parts of the new book and stuff. To me, though, the name Sons of Liberty, because it sounds like Daughters of Liberty, and aren't they a hate group or something? It's just a little too familiar. Okay, let's see. Oh, and in my channel name is all my info. Rural Michigan. Yeah. Whew. Yep. Someone's down in Texas. That's going to be interesting. As I've been telling people about the National Guard and so the National Guard is not technically part of the military normally, though they can be federalized. But even when they are federalized, and I didn't know this, a lieutenant colonel told me that that's still a request from the president to the governor of that state, and the governor can say no. So the blue states are okay. Red states might get a little trickier, especially for people who are already oppressed. There's one person who bought a knitting book, but I can't find it. Illinois. That's like a red state outside of Chicago, right? That's where the climax of Un-American takes place, which is my second memoir. Rural Illinois. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go, but I'll probably be back tomorrow. Nope, because books are not gonna come tomorrow. Well, anyways, I have some I can sign tomorrow. Not this many that I still need to send out, but it has proven to be difficult to keep envelopes and books in my house at the same time. So here I'll be talking about cults, talking about isolation for the next week or two, because I'm working on that chapter, probably just next week. And yeah, think of questions. You can also post them on, well, no, the lives are the best ways to get a hold of me, that's for sure. So I just want to be here answering questions. So thanks for joining me today. And also thanks to you. Hi from the other app. I've always used a phrase that I use as my handle. Words of power. Enjoy the day. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Yeah, check out our podcasts. Hey, White Women and Cults and the Culting of America. And I'll see you all tomorrow.